Hello, my name is Robert Wilkins, and I'm the Course Director for Biomedical Sciences. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the application and selection process for the course. From the October 2021 intake, the Biomedical Sciences course at Oxford will become a 4-year programme, leading to the award of a master's degree. Over the last 10 years, as a 3-year BA programme, the course has typically attracted around 400 applications each year. In December 2020, when we considered applications for the first entry for the 4-year course, we received 558 applications. Of those, we interviewed 121, and 42 offers were made for October 2021 entry. The colleges making those offers are shown in the list on the right of this slide. It's worth noting that not all of the colleges of the University of Oxford offer biomedical sciences, but the ones that do offer at least 2 places each year. It's also worth noting that around half of the successful applicants each year are made an offer by a college other than the one to which they applied. If you're not certain as to which college to apply to, you can make what's called an open application, where you leave the college selection blank in your UCAS application and the university assigns you to a college. You will have the same chance of success, and the college to which you are assigned will not know that you did not actively select them. In terms of entrance requirements, we ask students studying A-levels to follow 3 subjects, to include 2 from the selection of biology, chemistry, mathematics and physics. The typical offer is A*AA, and we won't specify the subject in which the A* grade needs to be achieved. Beyond that, there's no further agenda. There is no preference for studying 3 science A-level subjects, nor are there specific subject combinations that are advantageous. Similar requirements apply to students studying the International Baccalaureate. You'll need to be studying higher level subjects that include 2 of the selection of biology, chemistry, mathematics and physics. And the typical offer will be 39 points, with grades of 7, 6 and 6 in the higher level subjects. For shortlisting and selection, there are a number of pieces of evidence on which we can base our decisions. There is your UCAS application with its summary of your academic record, your GCSE grades and your A-level predictions. There is your personal statement alongside the reference provided by your school or college. In addition, there is the score that you achieve in the biomedical admissions test, and for applicants invited to interview, there is your performance in those interviews. In drafting a personal statement, it's important that you read the selection criteria for the Biomedical Sciences course before you begin. Each course at Oxford publishes a set of selection criteria, which are the attributes that the selectors believe a student needs in order to thrive on the course. The selection criteria for biomedical sciences are summarised on this slide, and more information about these criteria can be found on the course web pages. We're looking for students with evidence of a strong track record of academic achievement, but also the potential to go on and achieve even greater things. So we're looking for evidence of motivation for the subject and an informed view about it, as well as intellectual curiosity and an enthusiasm for science. We're also looking for reasoning and problem-solving ability, and the ability to communicate, which will serve you well in the small group tutorial teaching provided by colleges. Finally, we're looking for the capacity for sustained and intense work, as well as a commitment to study biomedical sciences at university. So in drafting a personal statement, you need to draw on your achievements, your experiences and your interests to demonstrate that you match to the selection criteria. You should explain why you've chosen to study this subject at university, and then outline your specific areas of interest within the subject. Describe what you've done to learn and prepare. What have you read? What talks have you watched? And what experience have you managed to gain? Summarize what you do when you're not studying and provide any other relevant information, such as an explanation of your motivation for a gap year and any circumstances that have disrupted your education, such as illness. Note that the bulk of your personal statement should be academic related, and be sure to be honest. Don't manufacture interests that could slip you up when you're asked about them at interview. The biomedical admissions test provides an assessment of the potential of students for medicine and for biomedical sciences courses such as this one. All applicants for biomedical sciences at Oxford will need to sit the November setting of the BMAT. There are 3 elements to the BMAT: a 60-minute test of aptitude and skills, a 30-minute test of scientific knowledge, and more importantly, the application of that knowledge, and finally, a 30-minute writing task for which a selection of questions relating to current scientific debates is provided. BMAT questions are designed so that no specific preparation beyond reviewing GCSE level science and mathematics is required. And that should ensure that the BMAT is accessible to all potential applicants, irrespective of background. The Biomedical Sciences course at Oxford uses the BMAT sitting in early November. The exact date in 2021 has yet to be confirmed. Please check the BMAT website at the address shown on this slide for further details of the BMAT date this year. Once we receive the BMAT score, we can use it, along with information in your UCAS application, to draw up a shortlist for interviews. We write to applicants in early December to let them know if they have been shortlisted, and around 3 people are invited for interview for each available place. We use GCSE performance, BMAT score, and other relevant information to draw up the shortlist. For shortlisting, we use GCSE attainment at the 9/8 or A-star level as a measure of GCSE strength, and our average applicant has around 75% of their GCSE grades at this level. We assess your GCSE grades against those of other students at the school at which you took them, because we recognise that achieving high GCSE grades may be more challenging at some schools. For the BMAT, we ascribe twice as much weight to sections 1 and 2 as we do to section 3. We use the 2 variables, GCSE performance and BMAT score, with equal weight to calculate a score for each student, which we then use to draw up the shortlist for interviews. For students who haven't taken GCSEs, we use the BMAT as the single shortlisting measure, but check to make sure that a student hasn't been disadvantaged by the absence of GCSE information in their application. In addition, we look carefully at students who may have had a disrupted education, such that their performance at GCSE is not a true reflection of their academic ability. It's worth noting that there is no absolute required number of high GCSE grades or a BMAT threshold score to obtain an interview. An underperformance in one of these 2 measures can be offset by a strong performance in the other. Applicants that are shortlisted for interview will be considered by 2 colleges: the college that was selected at the time of the UCAS application, or allocated if an open application was made, plus a second college that will be randomly assigned. At the time of the interviews, college selectors will not be aware of college choice, and nor will they know applicants' BMS scores. Although the number and format of interviews may vary at different colleges, all of the colleges will be appraising applicants using the common set of criteria that I described earlier. A common pattern would be to receive 2 interviews from a college and to be interviewed by at least 2 academics from each college. It's worth noting that things that you said in your personal statement often shape discussion in the interview. Interviews offer us an opportunity to explore your interests and motivation for the subject, and they allow us to establish what insights you have about studying the subject at university, and in particular at Oxford. Most importantly, they offer us an opportunity to examine how you think, and in particular how you handle information. It allows us to think about questions such as, how do we know something? Why does it work that way? What's the importance of that finding? And what do we not yet know, and why? Those are the sorts of questions that are at the heart of every tutorial. And so in effect, an interview is an audition for a tutorial place. There are a number of types of question that could be posed in an interview. There could be questions based on what you wrote in your personal statement, so about the things you said you were reading, or the projects that you've undertaken, or experience that you've gained, or interests that you cited. There will be scientific problem questions to think about, so there might be passages to read and analyse, or there could be graphs to interpret. There could be questions based on the science that you're covering in your schoolwork. And finally, there could be questions on current affairs as it relates to biomedical science and research. Once interviews have been completed, colleges rank the applicants that they have seen on the basis of the information in the UCAS application and the performance at interview. Selectors then receive information about the BMAT score and the opinion of the second college that interviewed the student. On the basis of this additional information, colleges re-rank and select those applicants to whom they would wish to make offers. The College of Application will have priority in making an offer if both colleges have ranked the student highly. More information about the application and selection process for biomedical sciences at Oxford, including detailed statistics relating to previous admissions rounds, is available on the course web pages, which can be found at the address shown on this slide. I hope you found this presentation useful. Thank you for watching.